everyone. How are you doing? Let me know where you're tuning in from for this episode of how to create your life strategy even when you're feeling stuck. Hey Jackie, hey Lauren, hey Vanessa, how's it going? Let me know where you ladies are tuning in from. It's great to have you. Hope you're all well. I have a super exciting announcement to tell you when we are done, so stay tuned. And in the meantime, say hello, and if you're catching the replay, give me a hashtag replay so that I can come in and say hello afterwards. So, do you have a pen, a cup of tea? Let's get going, shall we? So if you want an extraordinary life, you need an extraordinary life strategy, okay? You cannot succumb to fear, and you can't just hope that everything is going to be okay. I have seen some amazing things this last few weeks. Well, even just these last few days, about people just banding together, people just, giving free training, really coming out and stepping up for one another, and, offering to walk people's dogs, and just, it's been amazing. And, your life strategy is shaped by your beliefs, by your values, by your thoughts, and your personal management system. How do you manage your time? How do you spend your time? How do you spend your energy? How do you use your skills? How do you even spend your other resources? And it's about those kinds of decisions, those kinds of choices that you make on how to do those things. So if you guys know me, I'm all about specifics, but even if you have a general strategy, it is better than having nothing at all, because that's when you feel stuck. That's when you don't have a direction to go towards. So if you can get specific, But even if you have a general one, you still at least have a goal that you're moving towards. You still have a direction that you're going towards. And here's the thing, you either have your own goals or you have other goals. You have other people's goals. Hey, Tanya. You either are the driver, you're the CEO of your life, your business, or you're the passenger and you're letting someone else take the wheel. You make that choice. And if there's anything you're going to take away from today, actually there's two things. You're in control of your own destiny, and you always have a choice. Now, these are the elements of your life strategy. So grab a pen, and I want you to write them down. And actually, they're a part of the Wellness 360 philosophy that I use. And, if you don't know me by now, I'm a life strategist, and I'm a certified wellness coach with the International Association of Wellness Professionals, where I learned this Wellness 360 philosophy. So I'm going to list them out, because when you think of your life strategy, which you can use right away after this video, I'm going to dive into a few of them specifically. And then, we'll talk about the other ones as they come along. But okay, so here we go. Your mindset and your personality. Taking care of your physical body. Learning and development, the competencies, the skills that you have. Your relationships, which is what we talked about in February. The one that you have with yourself, the one that you have with your partner, the one that you have with your family, your community, your workplace, and beyond. Your finances, which is what we're going to get into next month. How are you meeting your basic needs? What are your money beliefs? Do you have an abundant mindset? Your career strategy, which is what we were focusing on this month. What do you want to do for work? Do you have work-life balance? Hey, Sarah. What's the action and impact that you want to make? Rest. Are you taking care of yourself? Are you giving yourself that opportunity to recharge, to receive? to restore that self-care that we're always talking about. That's so important to your overall well-being, to your life strategy. Air, breathing in and out. And it's funny, Tanya's on the call today, so I was going to mention her because she's a fellow IAWP coach. But she does a lot of work with the breath and with water, and stay tuned because we've got some great stuff coming up and that we're partnering on. But, the sun, are you getting enough sunshine, vitamin D, but also your personal power, spirituality, your energy, how you connect with yourself and how you connect with others. You need to take these things into account when you feel stuck, when you're thinking about what kind of life do I want to lead? Hobbies, having fun. Don't forget to have fun. It's so amazing seeing what people are coming up with being at home, bringing out the board games, bringing out the deck of cards, having, sprint challenges in their house. It's hilarious. And if you have anything that you're doing, just share because it would be so fun to hear. But the food that you eat, what are your eating habits? How are you nourishing yourself? The water, are you drinking enough water? Are you going with the flow with things? Your emotions, how do you handle your emotions? And purpose, which we talked about in January, your authenticity, how fulfilled you feel. So, if you're watching now and you missed any of that, catch the replay and jot down some of those key elements that you want to take into consideration when you are feeling stuck, when you're feeling like you need a new direction, when you're feeling like, now's the time to switch gears, to create that life that you say you want. And if you guys have been hearing me forever, well, maybe not forever, but if you guys have been following me for a while, you'll know that I always say vision is the destination, strategy is the pathway there, but you are the key to making it happen. The first and most important part of your life strategy is you. You have a choice of how much you are willing to bother with yourself and your goals, and how much you want to just go with the flow. There's a balance, but it's your choice to live with a growth mindset or a fixed mindset. And that's probably one of the key decisions that you need to make when you're creating a life strategy. What is your life vision, your mission? What are your values? How well do you know yourself? What is your mindset? Like we just talked about, is it fixed or is it a growth mindset? Is it scarcity or is it abundant? Is it negative or is it positive? Is it reactive or is it proactive? These are all things that, believe it or not, they're in your control. What traits do you have, and do they represent those of successful people? Are you resilient? Are you persistent? Are you confident? Who are your role models? It's always good to have people to look up to that have either accomplished what you want to accomplish, so that you can, look at how they did it. How are they carrying themselves? What path did they take? And just learn from that. We can be such sponges. And the next thing is about taking care of your physical health. Your body is your vessel that carries your soul and that lets you, explore and experience the world. So how are you taking care of it? How are you loving it? How are you nourishing it? The more that you take care of your body, the better you feel, the more energy that you have, the longer you will probably live, right? And I could go on and on and on, but do you take time to rest? Do you take time to recharge, or are you go, go, go? What's your posture like? Little things like this, like your body language. How often do you exercise? What's your relationship with food? How do you deal with anxiety? Do you smoke, drink, do drugs? All of these things play such a huge role in your overall well-being, in your happiness, in your health. The next thing is learning and development. So, we're in this age of self-education. If you want a formal career like a doctor or a dentist, you need to have more formal education, absolutely. But I can speak from both perspectives in the sense that, like, coming from corporate, getting an MBA, a CPA, starting a business on my own, self-education is the new norm. And I've learned a ton on my own with the guidance of coaches like, Tony Robbins, Dean Graziosi, Michelle Stonehill. I've learned so much from them. Hey, Carmen. And in this day and age, it's never been a better time to start an online business. And as an entrepreneurial woman, someone who wants to make an impact, you can create that business. You can create that online business if that's what you want. And you're probably here because you do want that, because those are the women that I work with, the women that are ambitious, that are go-getters, that really want to make a difference in this world. Relationships is what we talked about in February. And relationships, the most important one is the one that you have with yourself. And then, what kind of relationship do you want with your partner? What kind of relationship do you want with your friends and family? Like, these are all really important elements of your life strategy. And they impact your overall well-being. Finances, which is what we're going to talk about next month. Key to your financial wellness. So key. How will you make money? Is it going to be active? Is it going to be passive? Is it going to be portfolio? So stocks, mutual funds, etc. How much are you going to save? What are your financial objectives? How much are you going to spend? Will you rent or will you buy a home? It's a topic of conversation in my house right now. And so when you take the time to really think about these decisions, these choices that you have to make, they start to formulate your life strategy. They start to impact your overall well-being. You start not to feel so stuck. You start not to feel so overwhelmed. And, I'll touch on one more, your career, which is what we're focusing on this month. Your money and your earning potential is very much connected to your career and your achievements and your ambition. As an entrepreneurial woman, you need to know the kind of business that you want to run. You need to know your mission. You need to know your vision. You need to know your values. You need to know your business objectives, your financial objectives, your ideal client, your branding, your marketing. There's so many little elements, your sales strategy, so many elements that need to come together for you to create an online business or to create a business that you absolutely love, but that doesn't consume you. So, that's all I'm going to touch on right now, because I have a super fun announcement to make, and I've been working super hard on this. But here goes. I am running the first ever Unleash the Wealthy Woman Within 5-day challenge. And we are starting on Monday, March 30th, and we're running to Friday, April 3rd. And it's all about giving you those starting steps to creating your life strategy. It's gonna be a ton of fun. We're gonna have, every day, every morning, we're gonna do a different task every day for 5 days. You're gonna have Q&A every day, and then we're gonna have a live Q&A. I'm gonna be there. Live Q&A every day for 5 days, and it's totally free. You have to register, so I'm gonna put the link somewhere around here, but I am really excited about it. And one other thing I wanted to say is that it's gonna be totally online. So again, you have to register for it. It's gonna be in a secret Facebook group. You have until Friday, March 27th, so just over 2 weeks to register. And yeah, we're gonna have tons of fun. So I can't wait to see you there. I can't wait to see what's next for you. And I will see you guys next week. Lots of love. Bye.